Hello guys, well it's Monday night and it's 8 o'clock and I think it's time to get some peas in. Let's crack on. Now potassium or potash is the K, believe it or not, in NPK. You got nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium or potash. So I'm going to add a little bit more potash into the mix. I'm going to do a sort of in-ground feed, just blood, fish and bone. They don't need tons, peas, but they do like potash, so I'm going to be adding some of that in. I'll mix a general mix of the blood, fish and bone and a little bit of sulphate of potash, and that should stand them in good stead. Each one of these Tesco cut flour buckets, you can see down there, of which there are 6, is going to receive half a cup of the mix, the blood, fish and bone and the sulphate of potash. So there'll be 1 cup of sulphate of potash mixed in with 3 cups of the blood, fish and bone. All right, so I'll crack on with that, as well as the compost that we're putting into the to the pots. All right. Yep, 6 roughly 20 litre cut flour buckets with the handle holes taped up with duct tape or whatever you want to call it. It's the black tape. There's the compost. The compost's going in there. I've got a little tub there. I'm going to be putting a couple of handfuls, scoops, into each bucket and mixing it in. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay. 3 double handfuls dropped in and 1 scoop or single cupped handful of the mix, the blood, fish and bone and the sulphate of potash. Okay, so they're all topped off. So 2 handfuls of the feed mix has gone into each one of those buckets, and they're about 2 inches away from the lip of the top of the bucket, ready to receive the peas. Now I'm going to get around 10 peas per bucket in there. Should be about right, that. And that's the next step. And we'll place those on top of the soil and then put further compost on top, but with no feed in it, just to sort of fill the gap, the 1.5 to 2 inches that's left. Okay, so we've gone for 10 per bucket, leaving the middle area free, and they can go up around the sides. I'm going to give them something to climb up, obviously, and we're going to have to give them some protection around the sides, but all I want to do today is to get them in, because we're limited for time. It's 9 o'clock now. Get them in, get them covered now with another 1.5 inches of soil, making sure that there's a decent contact between pea and growing medium, and then give them a bloody good watering, and then just leave them then for a few days until they pop through. Okay, so they've had about 1.5 inches of compost coverage, no nutrition in the top layer. All I need to do now is get these into their final position and give them a good water. Okay, fingers crossed. 60 pea plants there. Let's get them watered in. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all I do, sort of count it off like that. You just want a good dousing, really. It'll sink down that top level of compost, but it'll dampen the peas underneath, which is what we want. There probably will be rain anyway tonight, but if not, they've got it there, haven't they? Onward peas, these are called, and you can sow these March, April, May, we're coming to the end of May now, so we're getting them in. Yeah, let's hope they live up to their name. Onwards and upwards peas. That's for the pea curious amongst you. Onward peas. Okay, yeah, 60 pea plants, fingers crossed. And that's my hour. And it's definitely going dark. It is 9 o'clock now. So that's taken an hour to do. Fair enough, isn't it? We've got the peas in. We're going to be getting more peas in because I've got about 280 actual peas left to plant, and we don't really want to waste them. It's just finding the space at the moment for all of the crops, because that's still an issue. I am contemplating actually putting that third Victorian Edwardian bed in at the top and having that for the peas as well. Getting all the peas into there, lining it, and then thoroughly peeing it, because I think we'll probably get a couple of 100 peas in there, pea plants in there. It's a sort of 7 foot by 4 foot bed. We'll have two runs of them either side with the teepees. Those are going to get the teepees. They're obviously going to get netted as well so that the pigeons stay off them. But hopefully, for the time being, they'll be okay. We haven't had any mouse or rat action for quite some time. Fingers crossed. And they are kind of elevated off the ground, so we'll see. We'll see how we go. You win some, you lose some. Nature takes some, don't she? But yeah, in about 10 days' time, in fact probably less than that, probably about 7 days' time, they'll be bursting the britches over there. And so yeah, we're going to have to get these peas covered, which will be happening this weekend. So stay tuned for that. Have a great rest of the week if I don't see you. And take care of yourselves and each other. I've been Gordon Mafinda. Keep growing with your heads down, and we love you all. Take care now, guys. Bye bye.